Hey guys, it's Jaylon. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you my update for my Petalette palette for this year. I am working on 3 palettes. The first 2 are part of the Better Together collaboration. I had chosen the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette as my Petalette palette for this year, and then decided to join in on the Better Together collaboration with that Paula at A Beauty Guru made me do it. Put in as a theme idea for the Petalette palette theme for the Fantastic Ladies. It was not chosen, so we decided to go ahead and do the theme because it was fun. Fun idea. So for that, I rolled in my Viseart Midsommer palette. And then I'm also working on a baby Petalette palette, which is my Wet n Wild little quad in Petalette. Spoiler. The first palette I'm going to show you is the ABH Norvina palette. I have been weighing this up to this update. I was tallying the number of uses. That got abandoned last month. I kind of figured it would. I kept up with it for 3 months, but in April, I did not. I didn't use this palette as much in the month of April, which may be why. But let me go ahead and share with you what this palette looked like last month. All right, and this is what my palette looks like now. So I don't know if you noticed, we had base was finished last month, so I do have 2 new pans in this palette. The first is the shade Soul, and the second is Wild Child. Yay! Wait, that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Now, I also have expanded the pan in both of these 2 shades here, which are Incense and Love, which I'm super excited about. I do have a nice dip going in Volatile. I was a little worried about this one, but I kind of broke through the top layer and it's finally showing some good use. This is a really pretty shadow. I actually am wearing this today. I'm wearing all 3 of these today, as well as this one here, which is Passion. I'm not wearing any of the shimmers today. I am working on, as you can see, some green eyeshadows. So I did not use any of these shades in this palette. But I will say, you know, hitting pan in Wild Child, I was super excited about that. I was pretty close last month. I kind of thought that it was coming. This is not my favorite shadow at all. And I have used Dazzling here and there. There is a dip going there. I don't have I'm pretty far from pan, I think, but that one and Volatile may be the next 2 pans that I hit. We'll see. Now, in terms of the usage, last month, this palette weighed 188.5 grams. This month, it weighs 188.3. So I didn't get as much use on this as I would have hoped. That's only 0.2 grams used, which I'm surprised by that. But that's okay. I mean, I think my goal is going to be to really focus on this palette this month. I had a bunch of palettes that were in my pan in every palette series that I really wanted to hit pan on. I was focusing on those. I also got more usage on my Midsommer palette. So yeah, but I think I really want to work on finishing Love next month. That would be amazing. I'm probably going to go ahead and repress this. In fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and repress both of these shadows, Love and Incense. And while I'm at it, I may go ahead and repress Dreamer. Not that I need to, but I figure since I'm repressing 2, I might as well repress the 3rd one. I mean, it makes it a little bit easier for me. So goals are going to be to finish Love and hit pan in Volatile and Dazzling. Those are going to be my goals for next month. And then I really want to get some good use on this palette. I want to use it at least every day. And if not, I want to make some major progress on this. Now, going back to the weight, I had kind of figured out I need to use about 0.83 grams per month in order to finish this up. This has a total of around little under 10 grams, I think. Based on the weight on the back here, it's 9.5 grams total. So I would My goal was to use 0.83 grams per month. Of course, I was nowhere near that this past month. But based on some earlier, like really good progress, I am currently at 3.2 grams total used up in this palette. I should be tracking around 3.32. So I'm not too far behind it. And I think if I really focus on this palette in May, I'll have a ton of use, because I did that in January and I used about 1.3 grams. So that's going to be the goal for this, is to really power through this in May and make some major progress on it. So that's the Norvina palette. Now for my Better Together duo, I have the Viseart Midsommer palette. I think I forgot to take a picture of this palette last month, so I'm going to insert a picture or a screenshot from my last video. It's probably going to be crummy quality, but it's all I got. So this is what my palette looks like now. As you can see, I have 2 new pans and they are pretty massive. These two over here, I went ham on those 2 shadows. I also used this one quite a bit. So I did have pan in this last month, but I have expanded that pan. And I also used this shade quite a bit, this burgundy shade. You can't really tell, but there is a dip going on in here, which is kind of exciting. I don't need very much of this, but I think I'm going to potentially use this a lot more in the summer. Well, we're in the summer now for me. It's May. I'm in Dallas. It's summer. So I'm going to try to focus on that one a little bit to kind of either use on its own or combine with some of these other shades. I think because this shade Love is really close to being done, I'm going to need a pink or burgundy color shade to incorporate with some of these other colors, because I find that just the neutrals don't do it for me. So that's probably going to be another focus for me in the month of, wait, I had this upside down. I mean, this is the way this palette should be shown. Anyway, I will focus on this as well in the month of May. I would have had a lot more progress on the shimmer shade here, but I was really focused on a couple of other inner corner shadows that are in palettes. And this shade out here, it's really pretty. It's this shimmer. I wonder how this would look over Love Child. I'm just going to see, because I hate Love Child. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, that's probably what I'm going to start doing. So this is that Viseart shadow on its own, and this is it layered over Love Child. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, that's good to know. What you doing? Hi. Oh, don't fall. Don't touch me there, Mom. But pet me. Okay, so that is the Viseart Midsommer palette. I really do love this. The matte shadows go a very long way. I have kind of been ignoring these 2 on the bottom, but it's okay. Anyway, loving this. I forgot to talk about the weights of my Viseart palette. So this one last month weighed 47 grams. It's now at 46.4 grams. So I used up 0.6 grams. I have used a total so far of 2.1 grams out of here. I think this has around 8 grams of shadow, and I should be tracking around 2.68, 2.7 in order to finish this. I mean, I know that's not going to happen. I'd be very surprised if I finished 2 palettes in 1 year, because my focus is to finish this one. But I'm really happy with that progress in the last month. It's really because I used the crapola out of these 2 shades. Like, I went ham on them. They're pretty much my eye primer setting shade and then first crease shade, or had been. I'm working on another couple of crease shades right now. Oh, Ziggy went to go lay down. But yeah, this was a palette that I used a ton in the last month. So 0.6 grams used in the last month. The last palette I'm going to talk about today is my Wet n Wild Petalette Quad. I'll insert a picture of what this looked like last month. Again, just like the Viseart palette, I didn't take a picture, so it's going to be a screenshot from my last video. And this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, I do have pan in this matte mauve shade. It's a beautiful shadow. I did also expand the pan in the purple. Let me swatch both of these for you so you can see what they look like. All right, those are the two shades there. These are like the really pretty much the primary focus for me in this palette. I don't really care too much about this pink shimmer. I mean, I could put it in with another, like I could combine it with another shadow, but it's not something that I feel like I need to use up. And this white shade is awful. So there's the pink shade and there's the, I mean, it doesn't even show up. So this one I've used here and there to set my lid or to use. I just almost lost power, so hopefully I don't lose power again. We have thunderstorms right now. Anyway, so this shade, the way I've used it a couple of times is I'll use it as a base before I go in with my shimmer shades. And it's fine for that, but honestly, it's a pretty crappy shade. I did franken it with another shadow. Did I lose any lights? No. Oh, I don't even have this light on. But it's pretty crappy. I don't care. If those are the two shades that are left in here at the end of the year, I will consider this palette done because they're both pretty crummy, but at least want to get use on the mattes because they're really nice. For this palette, it weighed 22.3 grams last month. It weighs 22 grams now, so I used 0.3 grams up in the last month, which gives me a total usage in this of 1.3 grams. I think this palette, the shadows in here weigh about 4.5 grams. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how I continue to do with that. I really am super excited that I hit pan in this matte mauve shade. Anyway, that is my update for today. I think I've talked about my goals for the next month for Norvina. My goals for these are really just to get some use on them. They're not my focus palettes, but really this one is going to be my focus. Like focus on this big time. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you are doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I had chosen the not Beverly Hills. I had chosen the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, if I can speak properly. So we're going to first talk about me Norvina. Wow. So the first palette we're going to talk about is the Norvina Anastasia. Oh my God. What is happening? Please hit that subscribe button and okay, bye.